Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, but I figured since there's a new wave of tracks out, I might as well cover the best shortcuts and strats for every Wave 4 track. And let's get started with Amsterdam Drift. Now, there's not too much tech to go over, so I'll use this time to say that I'm going to be making a video on all the lines for every DLC track, so be on the lookout for that. And here's the beginning section if you're wondering. And let's move on to Riverside Park. So the two biggest shortcuts are this one at the beginning, where you can chain your shroom into first set as well and charge a super mini turbo and hop out of it. And this cut as well, which comes right here, and you can shroom through the entire off-road and charge Ultra Mini Turbo while you're at it. Now, TK Summit has a lot of hidden tech, so pay close attention to this one. After the first glider, approach the half pipe by drifting left and holding wide. Then as the turn begins, hold tight to charge your Super Mini Turbo and release into the half pipe. After you catch air, then press R, or your drift button, and you will always take the half pipe really tight for whatever reason, and it will set yourself up well for the following sections. Here's what it looks like in comparison if you don't neutral drift in the air. The double shortcut can be daunting at first, but it's very simple to pull off if you follow these simple steps. Once you hit the last mound, drift to the right, getting mini turbo, release early, and aim in between the pole and the house in the distance. Hop to the left off the first ramp, and hop to the left again off the second ramp. You should clear the gap quite easily and land pretty close to the boost panel. At the end of the track, on the last turn, you can apply the same principle at this half pipe on the turn by neutral hopping after you catch air, and it again will take you tight at the end. Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island, despite being a very complex track, is fairly easy to drive. At this beginning ramp, instead of tricking, hop to the left and drift right off the ramp to charge a Super Mini Turbo and release as you hit the ground. And did you know you could take this big shortcut with just one shroom? Approach the cut so that you hit the off-road just as the castle disappears off your screen. Use your shroom and hold that drift until the glider releases it for you, and hold up to catch enough air to clear the gap. Bangkok Rush. Bangkok is one of the most tech-heavy tracks of this wave, so look out for my Wave 4 driving video soon to catch where you should be going on with all these alternate paths as well. Did you know that there's a shortcut here on lap 2? I only just found this out recently, so be sure to take advantage of it against people who might not know. On lap 3, there has been what's deemed to be called cock bouncing by none other than Mangalore himself. In order to cock bounce optimally, be sure to get... Sorry, I can't hold myself together. Anyways, be sure to get an Ultra Mini Turbo on the long spiral turn. Aim slightly to the left of the middle line and trick off the ramp. Follow this up by drifting off the tents, I guess, and releasing before you hit the next one to get a super bounce. If done correctly, you should only require 2 cock bounces in order to clear this section and be able to go tight and take the top path afterwards. DS Mario Circuit. Mario Circuit has lots of shortcuts, and some of them are pretty difficult to pull off. After entering the pipe cave, if you have a shroom, drift left and aim in between this tree and the rock. Hold wide as you catch this pocket of air and hold tight on the exit of the shortcut to charge your Super Ultra Mini Turbo and take the cut really tight. The last 2 turns of this track are also hard to pull off. As you pass this piranha plant on the right, drift left and charge a Super Mini Turbo while going off the red barrier and dive into the sand. Release just before you hit the sand and take this turn with as much speed as possible. And if you want to take the ending shortcut, hop to the left and drift hard right. Once you are about to touch the sand again, use your mushroom and charge an Ultra Mini Turbo at the exit. So I found out about this shortcut in the middle of making this video, but on Mario Circuit, instead of taking that shroom cut, you can also do that shroomless. So in order to go for that, you want to get a Mini Turbo to the right into the cave, and then get a Super Mini Turbo to the left, and go in between the rock and the tree, release your SMT just after you hit the off-road, hop a bunch of times, and you should get through pretty clean. And this saves a lot of time, so I suggest going for it if you want to run this track. GCN Waluigi Stadium. Waluigi Stadium is one of the most fun tracks to drive in the entire game, but also one of the most difficult, and it can get frustrating sometimes if you don't know what you're doing. To take the shroom shortcut, first drift off this ramp to get a launch trick off this big ramp to align yourself for a tight shortcut. After landing, hop just as you touch the off-road, shroom and drift to the left, release your mini turbo before you get to the end of the off-road, and hop to clear all of the shortcut. And did you know you could also take the shortcut shroomless, which saves a load of time? Let me show you how. Approach the cut in the same way as the shroom cut. This time, go as left as you can while landing, hit the first part of the off-road, and hop on this left wall. From here, stick to the wall like Spider-Man, and take the whole off-road shortcut shroomless. And if you ever feel like you're falling off, just tap left, and you should be good. After this shortcut comes a long half-pipe section, where you can again save a load of time if you take this properly. Drift up the half-pipe early like so. Hold left just as you are about to go off the half-pipe, and keep holding left until you hit the blue part of the half-pipe on the way back up. Then release to keep your stick neutral. Repeat this process 3 times, and at the end, you can actually drive inside this rock to get a huge boost into this turn. Singapore Speedway. Singapore is one of those tracks where a driving video will come in handy, but here is some tech to go over. At this glider at the end of lap 2, charge the Super Mini Turbo, let the glider release you, aim for this trick ramp, and follow it up by going through all these hoops for extra boost. Land in a drift to the right to get a launch trick off this boost ramp. And that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys learned something new. I think this could help out anyone of all skill levels, so be sure to share this with anyone who plays as well. So with that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.